Perfect. Welcome to the Saturday Scoop training. And we're gonna start today off because in a certain way, and we're gonna go through a training to help guide you and help you build this business. If you're brand new and you were a guest on the presentation and you're still staying on, perfect. Welcome. Smart move, by the way. And I'll tell you that hopefully you texted the person that introduced you and you let them know if you were A, B, or C, either one. Fantastic. What I'll tell you is regardless of what you chose, you're still here. I'm going to run through some information on how to build this. And I'm going to go back and forth between Sherry and I. She's got, almost 4 decades of experience. I've got like 3 decades. Like I want to clarify that. That's 30 years. Like I still can't believe it. Like when I think about it, 30 years of doing something. Like to me, if you've been doing something for 30 years, you better be good at it. Like 30 years. And what I learned through experience is through not only teachings. The one thing I don't do is I don't teach what I read in a network marketing book. And not that there aren't great authors. The challenge is that in the world today, it's hard to determine until you see the information who's a great author or who's a great speaker or who's a great musician, like until you hear the song, right? And so for me, I learned this information by doing. And what I did is I took that information and then I went out and taught it and duplicated and created results. And so we're going to share today. We're going to spend time because what we want, I'm going to tell you what we want. There's like major contests that are happening. There's a lot of major things that are going on in Viago. Going through all of that would only confuse you today. What you really want to do is focus on finishing June the strongest possible for your business, So if you've got a notepad and pen, you're on the right track, first of all. If you don't, go get one. Like, go get one. I'm telling you that this thing called a pen has a better memory than any of us, just so all of you know. And so the first thing I would write on top is, it's so funny. It's like you look at some of the most successful people, they have a notepad and pen. And I know my younger generation goes, yeah, that's old school. Listen, there's a lot of wisdom in old school, just so you know. And please, I'm not going to go into a scientific research in 2024 that proved that writing information down triggers 16 different neurons, the alpha and theta waves in your brain, where typing on a phone activates zero and actually makes us dumber. So I'm not going to go into that, even though I kind of went into that, but I'm not going to go into that. So I'm just going to let you know, get a notepad and pen. At the very top, what I will tell you to write down is finishing June strong. Okay. So some of you are going, I haven't started. Well, start and finish June strong. How about that? So finishing June strong. That's the purpose of this exercise. Okay. So this right here is you. I'm going to tell all of you something right now. If you are not Club 6, this is it right here. This should be your only focus. Everything else that I covered, right, is secondary. This is primary right now. This is the focus. So if this is the focus, what do we need to do in order to accomplish this? It's really simple. Have people see the Viago presentation. This is what's going to help you get this done. So how do you have people see the Viago presentation? Okay. So the more that see the presentation, the more people that will say yes. I know I'm sounding like, and please don't take this as I'm talking down to anybody. I'm not. I know it sounds like I'm dumbifying it. What I'm trying to do is make it so simple that we duplicate it, because simplicity equals speed. Simplicity equals speed. A long time ago, Sherry told me whoever gets the most butts in the seats wins. Like that was it. Like that was it. And she said to me the other day, she goes, Muzaffar, I didn't use the word butts. I go, yes, you did, ma'am. I'm sorry. Like this is 30 some years ago. And I remember exactly because I wrote it down over and over again. And so I love you, Sherry. But that one, I'm just gonna say I've got a backup on that one. Steve Barron is on the call, and you said it to him too. So I'm just saying. She's like, did Muzaffar really throw me under the bus? No, there's nothing wrong with butts. It's like buttocks. And so we're we're having fun, Sherry. We're having fun. So this right here is the simplicity of the business. Have people see the Viago presentation. The more that see the presentation, the more that will say yes. So for some of you, you may have the ability to have 6 people see it and 6 people say yes. Maybe. I don't know. 6 see it, 6 say yes. Maybe you will have 6 see it and 6 say no. The question is, what are you going to do if they say yes? What are you going to do if they say no? See, if 6 people say yes, you know what you're going to do? You're going to help them introduce more people, and you're going to introduce more people. If 6 say no, you're going to introduce more people. So the activity after both of these is the same. If the activity is the same, then don't let either one of these really affect you emotionally. Now, it's normal to be more excited when you have 6 yeses, and it's normal to be a little sad when you have 6 no's. I'm telling you right now, I had more no's than yeses. I had more no's than yeses. So just so you understand, if this is the situation, so I want to share something with you. One of the things that's a great visual for people is when people see what this business is about. And I've done this at trainings before, and I'm going to do it now. I asked my daughter to go bring me a deck of cards. I love my daughters. And this is the deck of cards she brought me. The Disney 100, right? So this is what we're going to use today, everybody. Just letting y'all know we're using the Disney 100. Okay. And so why are we doing a deck of cards? Is because to me, that's basically inviting people to see Viago. Is I invite people. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm not a magician. And so I'm not going to sit here and do a magic trick. So please don't take it that way. But I want this to be where you understand how this business really, really is. So when I look at it is I flip a card, which is introducing somebody to the business. So what we're going to teach on today is how to flip. What is the flip? The flip is inviting. So what you got to get good at is this right here. This is the invite. This is the invite of the business. Okay. So what happens is that if this is mom, dad, uncle, auntie, brother, cousin, sister, niece, nephew, neighbor, grandma, grandpa, why do I start with a list of people that I know? Why? Because who do I want to travel the world with? When I made a list, right? And I'm gonna come back to this, but when I made my list, I did not prejudge anyone. Do you know why? Some of you overthink this. I got so excited about the opportunity. My excitement actually had me think that everybody was going to do this. That was my thought. My thought was, OMG, everyone is going to do this. But see, I was a naive kid. Maybe there is some benefits to being a naive kid. I was the naive kid that said everyone will do this. This is what I wholeheartedly thought. And I thought I was going to be rich in 7 days. Like, I thought I was going to bring 5 on Monday, and they were going to bring 5 on Tuesday, and they were going to bring 5 on Wednesday, and they were going to bring 5 on Thursday, because everybody's going to do this. And they were going to bring 5 on Friday, and they were going to bring 5 on Saturday, and on Sunday, I will buy my Ferrari. This is what I thought. And you may think that this is me. Like Sherry said that I was really funny today. This is not a joke. This is actually what I thought. This is what I thought was going to happen. Obviously, you all know this didn't happen. But the good that came out of this mindset is I didn't prejudge. I made a list of everyone, like everyone. And one thing I saw at the training was what I'm about to show you is when they said, Muzaffar, it's like a deck of cards, right? But what happens is everybody wants the ace. That's what everybody wants this to be. Everybody wants this to be the Sherry Sharman. Oh my God. If I could just, Muzaffar was lucky he recruited a Sherry Sharman. Yes and no. Is it a benefit to my business? Absolutely. But was it luck? Sherry told you why she joined. It's years of experience. Listen, Sherry didn't join my business 30 years ago. She joined my business 30 years later. Everybody wants the ace. I want the Jerry Robert. I want a guy that's made 300 million. That today on the Zoom just told you he is selling his assets in his business to do Viago full time. I want that ace. Hey, now this is not how it's supposed to go. I was hoping for a lower number on the first card. Maybe God loves me and gave me a king, which is Mickey, right? And a king, okay, you got to understand something. A king is someone that's had maybe some experience, built some businesses, sees this, is ready to go. They may not be a multi-millionaire from network marketing that is joining, that is bringing people, that is. A king is someone that sees it, has owned businesses, what have you. So listen, if that's your first sign up, congratulations, right? And so the next is, oh my God, listen, this is not helping my analogy. God, I love you right now. Do you understand? Like, maybe you guys saw me shuffle. This is not a magic trick. This one cannot be a king. It cannot be a king. I swear to you, I'm not good at cards. I really, but listen, does it happen? Yes, this does happen. This was not the point of this. I was hoping to get some 2s and 3s and 4s so I could explain to you what this all means. The point is sometimes you sign up, flipping. Let's just say this. There are 2 twins and they're queens and kings and aces. But maybe you sign up 2 people, a Jerry, a Sherry. Maybe you sign up, I'm just telling you that's okay. Thank you. All right, here we go. The next card is a 5. All right. So now so as you guys now see, this is not a magic trick, right? So the next card is a 5. Okay. So here's the thing is the way that I look at this. And I want you to understand that a 5 to me is not a card you throw away. It's not. Everybody wants the ace, but what happens is that as you start to flip, as you start to introduce people, To me, the 2, 3s, and 4s are the no's, the not nows, the I don't want to do it, the why do I have to pay money to start a business? Because nobody's going to give you a business for free. Maybe I'm just going to wait and see how you do. Great. Do you want to wait until I have 10 people in my team and then join after them? Or do you want to wait till I have 100 people on my team and join after them? Well, I've heard of things like this before. Okay, these are the 3s. And what tends to happen is you tend to spend time on 3s, hoping to turn them into a king or an ace by doing this and rubbing on it. Listen, I'm not a magician. Doesn't matter how much I rub on this. This is not going to change into an ace. So a 3, I just let it go. A 5 is someone that becomes a customer and they just want to use the membership. A 10 is someone that, when I look at them, I'm going, they want to build the business. They need to develop. They've never had coaching and mentoring. To me, those like 5s and 6s are customers. 7, 8, 9s, and 10s are people that we're going to develop. A 7, right? Like she has very long hair. This is my friend from Tangled. If you know who she is, these are princesses, by the way. I got great cards for my daughters. I know all of these princesses. I've watched every movie several times. I'm a girl dad. And listen, she is a 7. And if you've ever watched the movie Tangled, she was locked in her castle for a long time and she didn't see the world and she needed to get out and develop and grow. And once she did, magic started to happen, but she needed to go see the world. Here's a 3. Listen, I'm not going to try to convince you to become a 7, 8, or 9. Here's a joker. He melts when there's a little bit of heat. I'm sorry, Olaf. You can have warm hugs, but the point is all you want to do is joke around. This is not for you. That's okay. There's another one. Sometimes you get 2 jokers in a row, and what you do is you start going, maybe this business isn't for me. No, listen, let it go. Let it go. Then that's the top of the card deck, the bicycle. And then you get a 5, someone that wants to just use the product, someone that wants to use the product, someone that needs to be developed, someone that is a jack that is beyond the numbers now, and they're into building. And, a 10 is getting close, an 8, a king. That's from The Lion King. That's like one of my favorites. An ace. Oh, this one's perfect. An ace. You find that person that says that no one gets left behind. No one gets left behind. If you guys have ever seen the movie Lilo and Stitch, that's the big saying in the movie. No one gets left behind. We're family. We are family. An ace is someone that will build others, never leave someone behind. Go build this business. This is Sherry. This is Sherry. No one gets left behind. Okay, understand that a 9, great, a 7. I'm getting a lot of the, man, this is an unbelievable sales team, just so you guys know. Now, I'm telling you right now, these are all the ones you want to keep. Okay, and these are the yeses and these are the nos. And it's actually, this is God loving on me right now. I'm just telling you, normally it's the opposite. And I'm going to show you, because it's the law of numbers. You start going into the 2s, the 4s, you get a queen every once in a while, a 10, a 9. Man, is this deck of cards my daughters have just filled with big numbers? Look at this. 4, 5. Okay. What's the point of this? You're just going to go through, and in time, you'll find another ace, someone that will never give up. Right? If you guys remember Finding Nemo, this little fish kept swimming and never gave up. When you find the one that will never quit, that will never, that believes in finishing what they started, and they become the most powerful fish in the sea because they never gave up, right? You have queens, you'll have another 2, right? And you put it off to the side, a 5, a 4, you put it off to the side. A 2, you put it off to the side. Did they make Winnie the Pooh a 2? I'm sorry, Winnie. That was one of my buddies. And so a 3, you put it off to the side. And a 3, you put it off to the side. A 2, look, they're all at the bottom of the deck. A six, someone that wants to be a customer, a 10, a queen, a jack, an ace. The point of this exercise is to let you know how fast can you get through the deck. What we do is we sort. We don't sit there and hope to turn a 4 into an ace. That's not your job. Sort through the deck. And then you know what's great is you can get another deck of cards. Once you go through this deck, you can go get another one. And you can go find yourself another deck of cards that are blue and red. You can go find another deck of cards and another deck of cards. So what we want to do is we want to teach you how to sort today, which is going to start with the invite. Please do not be married. Do not be married to the result. Do not be, write it down. Do not be married to the result. When you're sorting in this business, do not be married to the result. Married to result, cross it out. Be married and fall in love with the activity. The activity. Okay. So I'm going to give you actual language on how to invite. The better you get at inviting, the better you get at this, the faster you will sort. And the faster you sort, the faster you find the 7, 8, 9s, and 10s that we will develop through training, coaching, mentoring. You'll find the jacks that will help you, the queens, the kings, and then the aces. You'll find them. There's always 4 aces in a deck. They're there. You just got to sort through and get through the deck fast. Get through the deck fast. There's 52 cards in a deck. The beauty is that you have unlimited access to deck of cards. Everybody does. And we're going to help you with inviting today. But what I want to do is go back and forth with a lady that's been doing this for 40 years. And we're gonna train today together. So I'm gonna share information. She's gonna share information. I'm gonna share information. She'll share information, and then we will wrap it up and call it a great day. But Sherry, we're starting on, you've sorted your whole life. You've met great people. You've worked with people. You've had people you had to develop. You've had people that needed more development, people that needed less. How did you sort? How did you keep the mindset of sorting? And then let's go from there into inviting.
Well, thank you, Ms. Zoffer. And, for everybody that's on here, I want you to understand, everyone thinks I hit a home run. When I went from making $11,000 as a preschool teacher because I was doing it part-time to my first year in this industry was $258,000. So that is like, people always think, oh my gosh, you just got up to bat and the bases were loaded and it was a grand slam. I have to share with you, when I made my list, the first 10 people that I talked to all told me no. All. Number one person was my mom. The one person, because they say go to people that you think will be the easiest, in the beginning, because you want to get your 6 done. Number one was my mom. So when you look at that, it would have been so easy to quit. So if you've gotten any no's, and this is for all of you that are on guests, you're going to get no's. It's okay. To me, it's just not now. I have a whole list of people, even in Viago, that have told me no. But I don't hear no, I hear not now. Because it's all timing. Timing. Even with Mazoffer, he knew I just purchased a franchise. In his mind, he didn't worry about the timing for me. He just wanted to show me. And if all of us got to that point where you just say to your person, what I would love for you to do is take a look at what I am doing. I want you to know what I'm doing. I want you to meet my business partners. I want you to get on a Zoom and hear all the information. And Mazoffer does it so great. He says, be the trailer, not the movie. Your job is just to invite them to get on a Zoom with us, or if you're doing it live, which is even better, you can go, into Elite Synergy system and pull up the slides yourself and get good at presenting, because in person is always way better than this, because you can actually watch their body language. On Zoom calls, people, I don't understand this, and someday I'm going to teach this. It's called Zoom etiquette. I don't understand why people don't have their cameras on. If you're driving, it's one thing, but it's like I schedule out the Zooms every week. I make it a priority that this is my business, because guess what my goal is? My goal is to go Black Diamond. That means that I've made it a priority to make all the Zoom calls a priority. I see some of you that, say, well, I don't have any guests on the call, so I'm not getting on. That's when you need to be on the call, because you need the gas that we're going to give you to be able to go out into the world and invite more people. This opportunity has an opportunity for everyone. They don't ask you when you sign up what your background is. How many years of college have you had? How much experience have you had? No, they sign you up. And guess what? That $85,000 a month as a Black Diamond is open to everyone. It's not just a few. See, it could take you, my goal is to have it done by next year. I actually even have the date, June 30th, 2026. That's my goal. I've written it down and everything else, because like Muzaffar said, there's power in the written word. And we want every one of you to succeed, probably more than a lot of you even believe is possible, because we've seen people like yourself, preschool teacher. Think about that. I didn't go to college. I couldn't even, actually, when I say I was a preschool teacher, I was actually a preschool teacher assistant, because I could not afford the $5,000 at the time, because I was a single mom, to go through all the channels. But I did the same work as all the preschool teachers there. In fact, they gave me all the bad jobs too. Like if any of the kids had an accident, it was my job to change the pants. So it's like I came from the bottom up. So when you look at that, we want each and every one of you to understand you're going to get some no's. And Muzaffar, I just wanted to share that with all the new people, that it's all about timing. It's all about getting people to believe that when you say you're all in, they will feel that. Oh, sorry. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Shar, for muting. And that's something that when you understand what you're building here, it's phenomenal. And Muzaffar, I just am so excited that you're teaching this, because there are a lot of brand new people on this call, and we want not only them to get started, but we want them to get a fast start. So back to you.
Well, 30 seconds.
Perfect. And so and she's right. When you look at it, it was simple enough for Sherry to do as a preschool teacher, and that's why she did it. It's when people make this complicated or difficult that you start to see the minute the brain goes, I don't think I can do this. It shuts off. It really does. So we always talk about simplicity. I never say it's easy. I don't. Right? Like the the easiest parts to me is when somebody pays to join the membership. When you pay to join the membership, to me, that's like so simple. So, okay, great. The rest is work. Even making a list is work, because for some people, they just don't do it. They don't take the names off of the device and put it on a piece of paper. I don't understand why, but they don't do it because it's work. It's the extra step. Right. And so I was taught a long time ago that successful people do what unsuccessful people won't do, even when they don't want to do it. Right. So if you write that quote down and you apply it to your business in every area, successful people do what unsuccessful people won't do, even when they don't want to do it. So change it up. Black diamonds do what non-Black diamonds don't do, even when they don't want to do it. Think about that. And if you don't have a goal of going Black Diamond and your goal is to go diamond, then go diamonds do what people that are not diamond don't do, even when they don't want to do it. Like turning on the video, like Sherry said, like taking notes, like writing things over and over and over again. So now that we've gotten that done, let's go back to the basic invite. So what happens is that when we go to this right here, okay, and we're showing the business, one thing that we teach is we teach 7 steps to duplicating the business. And one of the steps is setting up your launch. Your launch of your business. So you can have multiple launches. Some people have a launch every day. Some people have, because listen, if you were to open a restaurant, you know, and you have a grand opening to a restaurant, some people have a private opening, some people have a pre-launch, some people have whatever. Like the point is that our business is different. There's no way that you're going to have 1,000 people on a launch call. So I want it to be something where you can actually wrap your arms around. So I tell people, you want to set up your launch date, right? And 3 to 5. You want to have 3 to 5 guests. If you're a go-getter, you'll have 7 to 10. 3 to 5 or 7 to 10. And when I talk about multiple launch dates, like yesterday, I met with a wonderful couple, Justine and Bill. Right. I met with several people, but they stuck out to me. I met with them, and this morning she sent a message in our thread, Justine did. And she was like, hey, because I told her and I hope she doesn't mind me saying this, and I can't, I know everybody, there's a lot of videos on. I just want you guys to realize when I share my screen, I only see a couple of videos. So I can't see if she's saying yes or no, but hopefully she doesn't get mad. But what happened is that when I said to, and by the way, Justine, I'll apologize in advance. Hopefully you're okay with me sharing this information. What happened is that I said to her and Bill that we need to set a launch date within 72 hours. And so I said, let's do Monday. And she, not froze, but was like, whoa, wait a minute, Muzaffar, wait a minute. And it's because at that moment, I realized that she had a different visual. She had a different picture of a launch. And when I said, we just need 3 to 5. And I love Bill's response. Like he was just, he was like, hey, let's go. She needs to dot every I and cross every T. They're a phenomenal couple. They're like the yin and the yang. It's great to have the complementary personalities. But what happened is I woke up this morning, and later on in the morning, I received a message from her saying, okay, because we had set the date for Monday. So this one's already good. But she said, okay, can we do launch number 2 and launch number 3? I think it was July 10, and I want to say July 20th, if my memory serves me correctly. And so what happened is that when I saw that, I did a training call with Sherry this morning where we sit down and we go over. Yesterday so what happens is I look at Sherry as my business partner, and yesterday we were talking to Jerry, and Jerry was like, listen, hey, we're all business partners, and I love the mindset. And so I said, well, Jerry, we need to do these, because sometimes people think that only doing presentations and training is the business. We do things before, we do things after, we recap after a call, we pre-plan, we plan this, right? And so what I want all of you to know is I was telling Sherry about this lady and her husband, right? Bill and Justine and Bill. And I said, look at this. She got it. You know, Bill got it yesterday. They understood that we're going to do more than one. And I said, look, we already have a second and a third launch set up. And they already have the dates, and they're because have you ever heard this? Here's a question for you. Do you ever go through life planning on failing? Like, do you ever sit there and go, I'm going to go fail. Like, that's what I'm going to go do. Yeah, that's the ticket. No, nobody does this. Nobody plans on failing. What happens is people fail to plan. And when you fail to plan, you're basically planning on failing. It's just, you don't realize. Now, I'm not saying everything has to be perfectly lined out, but I love scheduling Zooms. I love scheduling launches. So let me ask all of you on this Zoom, all of you, whether you're watching a video or you're here live, do you have a launch scheduled before this month ends? Before June ends? Do you have a launch? Do you? Yes, I'm talking to you. I can't see all of you right now because I see this little strip on the side of my screen right now, but I'm talking to you. They say don't point at people. I'm pointing at you anyways, like, because we all family, right? But do you have a date scheduled before June 30th? Do you? If not, why not? Before June 30th midnight. My friend Justine was going to say, hey, mine's on June 30th, Muzaffar. I know. Before midnight, Justine, before midnight. So understand. It's really simple. I want you to know this, okay? This right here is so important that you set up something. Now, this, I want to teach you how to invite to this. And we did a Zoom this morning, okay? We are going to do 2 presentations, 2 group presentations tomorrow, Sunday, okay? One will be 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Some of y'all are panicking, going, wait a minute, that wasn't on the schedule. I know. We literally talked about closing out the month, and I can't take credit for this. Sherry was like, Muzaffar, listen, what are we doing today? And I said, well, Sherry, we got to help people finish Club 6. She said, she has this way of teaching me to do things and telling me to do things without telling me to do things. And she comes, you guys really don't understand how smart this woman is. She has this way of coming across as, hi, I love you. I'm a preschool teacher and I want to hug everybody. She is this business machine inside. And she has everything figured out. She goes, so Muzaffar, she goes, how is your morning? I'm great, Sherry. She goes, so what do you have planned for today? And I go, well, in the training, Sherry, we got to get everyone Club 6 and oh, okay, great. So, like there are people that have 1 or 2. So you're going to teach them how to invite. Yes. I go, absolutely. And this is what we're going to go through today. She goes, so when you teach them how to invite, what are they inviting to? And I go, well, a presentation. And she goes, okay, so when's our next presentation? I said, Monday night. She goes, so you're going to teach them how to invite to a presentation at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time Monday night, which is 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time Monday night, which is the last few hours of the month. Is that what you're going to do? And I'm sitting there going, did she just like slap me? Like I'm sitting there thinking to myself, she goes, wouldn't it make more sense that we add a couple more presentations to actually help people take the information you're teaching them to actually invite into 2 presentations tomorrow? Therefore, they can then follow up on Monday, get people signed up, and then have those people invite to Monday evening, which actually gives people a really good shot at closing out the month. And I said, yes. And she goes, great idea, Muzaffar. I'm so glad you thought of it. Wait a minute. Like, what did she just do? You guys have no idea how smart this lady is. I'm just telling you right now. So I love you, Sherry. I really do. And when I was doing your voice in my hands, I wasn't making fun of you. It's how I interpret your way of communication. So 2 group presentations tomorrow. And I'm going to tell you right now, if there's one guest on, we will do the presentation. If there's 100 guests on, we will do the presentation. I'm telling you right now, I'm not married to the result. I'm here for the activity. I'm going to do as many presentations as it takes to help as many people finish Club 6, to help as many people get promoted, to help as many people finish out June. So 2 group presentations, Sunday, 4:30. So this is on, you can either use Elite, Synergy, Live.com, or the one you used this morning, Good Life. Was it Good Life Zooms? What was today? Good Life. Is it with an S, Shar?
No,
Goodlifezoom.com?
correct.
I'll just put .com. Y'all know what that is. .com. Okay? So that's tomorrow. And then obviously Monday, on Monday, we will have the 6:00 p.m. Pacific Standard Time presentation, okay? Which is on the same Zoom, which is 9 p.m. Eastern. So now let's talk about how to invite to this. Sherry, anything you would like to add on this before I go into actual inviting?
No, I just am really excited that we're doing the extra calls, everyone, because some of you I know are very close to getting your Club 6 done. You have to believe it's going to happen. And if you're brand new on here, we have people that have gotten their 6 in one day just by inviting people. So this little, you guys will see me promoting this all the time. When I walked across the stage to get this, I've had multiple trophies in my career and all of that for being top income earners and all that. That right there has made me more money than anything else, because when somebody says to you, if you're brand new, this is your first time on this call and you're going, okay, I'm ready to get going. This makes sense. You have 2 calls on Sunday and 1 call on Monday. What if you got 2 or 3 people on each call and they sign up? You would be Club 6. And the reason why this is so important, and this is for everybody on this call, you have to look at today's the first day of your business. Don't worry about what's happened in the past. Today is the first day of your business. Because when somebody, it's so important, because wherever you are at the end of June is what you're going to be. Even if you have four, you're still going to get a charge in July, the 99. We want it to be where you never pay a membership fee ever again. That is why that little paper trophy is so important to me, because I'm saying, if I can do this, so can you. Every one of you can do this. Get the Club 6 done this month. We're at the halfway mark of the year. 2025, we've got only 6 more months of the year. We want you to have that accomplishment, because when your good friend says to you, oh, I don't need another membership. I've membershiped up to here. And I know that feeling, because that's how I felt. That $99 a month hurts. And we don't want that to hurt. We want you to be able to say, I get my membership for free. And with that, that's why I just wanted to throw that out there, Ms. Offer, because I cannot stress the urgency of helping everyone get Club 6. And if you have an upline that maybe the upline isn't on here, or maybe your upline is on vacation or whatever's going on, we are your lifeline to help you. We all work together. It doesn't matter whose sales teams you are in. I mean, Shara, who opened up the call, she's in a different sales team than ours, but she's part of our family. It's part of the Viago family that we build. And I've always, in my whole career, company first, then your business. Because as long as a company is doing great, which I've built gigantic sales teams before, and mismanagement has destroyed companies so many times in my career, that's why this company was the main reason I came out of the retirement, was because the ownership, the leadership is stellar. They're the best I've ever seen in my career. So back to you, Muzaffar.
I appreciate it. And by the way, I want to talk about this membership really quickly. And oh, I got
My
muted.
bad, my bad. I'll take responsibility. I was muting myself out and I mute you out instead.
There's some subliminal message to her muting me out. I don't know. I got to figure it out. All right. So, anyways, the point is that I want to talk about this membership really quickly. This membership, you have to understand that right now I look at what I do versus, for example, Jerry Robert. And what I mean by that is I love my $100 a month. I know what Sherry said, and I'm with you. I just want to help you on something. I love my $100 a month in comparison to 80,000 a month that Jerry has to spend. Like if that's all I have to spend for the rest of my career, even if there wasn't a free option, I would pay this $100 a month. I really would. And I would look at it as my business expense for life. Like I'm going to make an income in equivalent to what some of the biggest businesses in the world make, with my expense being $100 a month. Love it. Like fall in love with it. Now, do we want you to have it free? Yes. But I want you to fall in love with the model. The model is $100 a month. So what do you have to do to make sure you have no overhead cost? Okay, put aside the 6 for a second. If all I told you was open a restaurant and one customer will take care of your restaurant overhead. Here's one for you, Mr. Jerry Robert. You have a big business. One client will take care of your overhead every month. Like it just doesn't happen. It doesn't happen out there. Here, my $100 a month, one membership. If I personally brought one person and make $100, I have no more cost to my business. Like what are we talking about here, by the way, everyone? Like it's mindset, it's mentality. Let me go back to, we got to get into inviting because we have very limited time left to finish up today's scoop. But by the way, there's 2 presentations on Sunday. One is at 4:30. The second one is at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern. Okay, so 2 on Sunday, this one on Monday to close up the month, right? Thank you, Shar, for reminding me. I didn't put that one down. I appreciate it. And so here we go. Let's go into inviting, okay? Inviting. As you make a list, what tends to happen is you look at names on your list. Most people start having conversations in their head. What I did is that as I started having names down, right? So let's say I had Barbara and I had Rika and I had Bob and I had Jerry and I had Sherry and I had, okay, sorry, I love all of y'all, but the person that really was first on my list was Juan. It's my best friend since the 8th grade. This is like truth. This was first on my list. And so what happens is that, you know, okay, if I do mom, if I do dad, if I do uncle, auntie, cousin, sister, I don't have a sister, but I'm just saying whatever you do, right, for your list. What I did was, this is me. So in essence, that's you, right? So this is me. And there are people that I look up to. This is called the scale of influence. Right? So if you want to know what this is called, it's called the scale of influence. So there are people that I look up to. And I will put them as a 1. And these are people that are older than me, more successful than me. And it's not what I think, it's how they think that I see them. I hope that makes sense. It's not what I think. It's what they think about how like our relationship is, if that makes sense. Like I've told women, like, I'm sorry, but there's a lot of guys in your life, ladies, that think in their mind that they're better than you. Like, it's stupid. Women rule the world. I got 2 daughters. I'm a girl dad. I am I am team female. I'm a mama's boy. I got my wife's my best friend. Sherry's my second mom. I'm surrounded by women, like, just so you all know. But I want you to understand that there are men out there that it's their mindset. And I was taught a long time ago, would you rather be right or would you rather be successful? Because sometimes being right will hinder your success. It will hinder your ability to create results, wanting to be right. Now, that doesn't mean, ladies, I'm asking you to bow down or to be what have you. I'm telling you the art of communication, right? That's what this is all about. Please write this down, because I'm teaching you inviting today, communication. Everyone, this is gonna be a big lesson for you. Okay, communication is not your intention. Communication is what people perceive and receive from you. The ultimate goal is to have people perceive and receive your intention. Have you ever gotten into an argument with someone? For those of y'all that are married, and I mean, Shar, you're still in the newlywed phase, so maybe you haven't had an argument yet, but you know, when you do get into a disagreement with your spouse or significant other, how many of you have ever said this? That's not what I meant. It's not what I meant. And it's because they didn't perceive and receive your true intention from your communication. All right. So there are people that you look up to, or they think you look up to them. I would put a number 1, like Sherry was a 1 for me. I know she knows that I look up to her. It's not her being arrogant or anything of that sort. Listen, she's older than I am. She was a mentor to me. She knows I look up to her. A Jerry for me would be a number 1. He's older than I am. He was doing seminars for me. You are, buddy. I love you, man, but you are, man. Like we got the same haircut, dude, but like your mustache, you know, is something special. Jerry knows that he was doing seminars when I was a kid, like, and so in his mind, he knows that I look up to Jerry, right? And so I would look at my list, and this would help me on how I was going to invite them and how I was going to communicate with them. Now, a 3 is someone that looks up to you. A 3 is someone that looks up to you. So I have a younger cousin of mine that would always follow me around and ask me for advice and ask me what's going on and ask me what's happening. And so these are people that look up to you. And I would put a 3 beside their name. This is I'm going to help you with the invites on this, but this is going to help you communicate with them. And then there are people that are on the same as you. These are number 2s, where they look at you as a peer, or this is the one where you have the most trust. And these are number 2s. For me, Juan was a number 2. My best friend. Okay, so what happens is that as I started, you know, going through my list, I would go, okay, you know, my mom and dad, you know, a 1. You know, my uncle, he's really successful in businesses, a 1. And so how would I communicate with the number 1? I would ask them for help or ask for their opinion or for a favor. Now, you can start with a text to set up a quick call. There's nothing like tonality, ladies and gentlemen. So many people, tonality. So many people make mistakes on communication. I've seen people that capitalized the wrong word in a text and it messed up a relationship. I've seen people put the wrong emoji and mess things up. I've seen people underline something and mess things up. I've seen people, do you understand texting? Texting is fast, but it can help and hurt you. That's why a quick call, because there's no tonality in texting. So what I would want to do is, especially people that you look up to, if I sent Jerry a quick text saying, hey, Jerry, I hope all is well. I need a couple minutes of your time. It would mean the world to me. When can we talk, please? And then I'd put up prayer hand emojis, right? That's a good emoji to put at that text. And Jerry says, well, I'm available in an hour. Great. When I call him, I'd go, hey, Jerry, listen, I know you don't have a lot of time right now. I don't either. I only have a couple minutes. So the first thing I'm doing is urgency. I'm limiting time. Limiting time. Do you know why? Because it reduces the chance of somebody asking me a bunch of questions. Limiting time. Hey, Jerry, I know that you have a limited amount of time. So do I. I have to get running. But the reason I'm calling is I need your help. I need a favor. I just saw a company that's growing in over 40 countries. So I show credibility to them. I show credibility. 40 countries. And I know you have a lot of business experience. I'm building him up. So credibility and build them up. And I would really love to get your opinion on this information, because what you think means the world to me. Means the world to me. If I could get a little bit of your time, it could really impact my life. Jerry, you would be my hero, man. Does today or tomorrow work better for you? I can do tomorrow, Muzaffar. Great. Does 7:30 Eastern, Jerry's on Eastern time zone. I would only talk his time zone. Does 7:30 or 9 p.m. tomorrow evening work better for you? 7:30, Muzaffar. Fantastic. I'm going to give you a Zoom. They start right on time, Jerry. If you could take the proper notes or information, so this way I could get your full opinion of 100% of the information after the call, man, Jerry, I would owe you one. Like really, this I'm so excited about what you're going to see. This is going to be incredible. Absolutely, Muzaffar. I'm going to text you the Zoom link. And then, Jerry, I'm going to text you. Is it better to text you 5 minutes before or 15 minutes before to remind you? What works better for you? 5 minutes before Mazafar will be enough. Perfect. Will you text me back so I know you received it, so I'm not left hanging? Absolutely. Great. By the way, Jerry, just so you're prepared, this will be a group situation because one of the partners of this company is going to be explaining the growth. And I know multiple countries will be joining. More credibility. But I'm preparing him for a Zoom filled with people so he knows what to expect. Well, hey, Mazafar, can you give me a little bit more? I'm sorry, Jerry. I have to run, but I wanted to meet you on your time. And since this was the only time you had, this was the only few minutes I had. But I promise after tomorrow, we'll be able to talk about 100% of the information. I appreciate you, man. I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks again. You're awesome. Have a great Saturday. Done. And you can take this video and watch it again and get some of that language and write it down. Okay, write it down. This video will be inside of Inner Circle. And Inner Circle is our training platform. It's free for the first month. But this is why you want to be a member of Inner Circle, is to get videos like this over and over and over and over and over again. All right, so that's for people that you look up to. People that look up to you, I would tell them. So my cousin, I'd call him up and I'd go, hey, bro, listen, what are you doing tomorrow at 4:30 Pacific Standard Time? I was going to hang out and watch some TV. Great. Shut the TV off. I have something that's going to change your life. These are people you can tell them, move them, guide them, lead them, push them, make them do it. You know why? They look up to you. There should be no way you're justifying anything to a 3. If they're really a 3, they're going to join because you told them it's important. Now, if you don't have a lot of 3s in your life, don't worry about it. But if you do, you're going to get them on the Zoom, not because you explain them all the information, because you tell them to get on. Like, I've even done this. I've even, let's say Rika, for example, right? Let's say Rika was like my little sister, and we've been friends for a long time, and I've known her and Bob for a long, long time, and she looks up to me like a big brother, and she's always asking me for advice. Let's say that was the case, right? I would even call Rika and go, hey, Rika, what are you doing tomorrow? I got a surprise for you. Oh, what is it, Mazafar? It's a surprise, Rika. If I told you what it was, it wouldn't be a surprise, now would it? I just want to know, are you free at 7:30 p.m. your time tomorrow night? I have a surprise for you. Well, yeah. Okay, great. Listen, bring Bob. I'm going to have you guys join the Zoom. I've got something that's going to change your life. You are going to thank me for the rest of your life, Rika. Watch. Just watch. I'm sending you a Zoom link. Do not be late. This is a surprise just for you. Rika, do I have to text you to remind you about a surprise, or are you going to be on? I'm going to be on, Mazafar. Okay, great. I'm going to text you anyways. Make sure you message me back. Hey, don't mess this one up. This is the conversation I would have with a 3. Now, if you don't have a lot of 3s in your life, it's okay. A lot of people have a lot of 2s and a lot of 1s. A 2 is my best friend, Juan. And I'd sit there and say, hey, bro, listen, I saw something, and the first person I thought of was you. This is going to change our life. Look, man, if you have something and you needed me, I would be there for you. I have something and I need you tomorrow. What time are you available? 4:30 or 7:30? I need you for a little bit of time to be with me. You're my best friend. I need you to have my back. That's one of the invites I would do for someone close to me. Right? Another 2 would be, I have a lot of friends that are 2s. I have a lot. that are peers, that we look at each other as the same. And I'd sit there and say, hey, listen, I just saw something. It's a business project that's growing in 40 countries, and it's at the beginning process. And I want you to look at it with me. And after it's done, we can talk about what we will or won't do, but I need you to look at it with me. And I have two options tomorrow. And Muzaffar, man, tomorrow I'm swamped, like swamped. Great. Can you carve out a short window for me on Monday? Monday I can do. Perfect. Let's do Monday evening. Great. I got you. Okay. I'm going to text you. Bro, make sure you text me back. Now, this is a guy-to-guy conversation. Ladies, you have a different language. You may not talk that way to another female, a girlfriend of yours, but you have to just kind of get the concept of what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, and use the words best. Right? So if you're inviting to that, now, if you're inviting to your launch, okay, if you're inviting to your launch, this is what I would do. And depending on 1, 2, or 3, right? So like for my friends, my new friends, Justine and Bill, right? I would sit there and I would look at who people are, and I would want no more than 10, no more than 10. And I would invite to get anywhere between 3. Remember I said 3 to 5 or 7 to 10, right? So I'd get somewhere between 3 to 10. And I would sit there and go, hey, Sherry, listen, I'm having a private meeting tomorrow with a partner in a company that right now is growing in over 40 countries. And I want you to see what I saw. Private is the key word, right? I'm having a private meeting. Now, for some people, you can say, hey, I'm launching. Some of you, like for Justine and Bill, they've launched businesses before. So their relationships might respond to, hey, I'm launching a new company, and I would love to talk to you about partnering together. I'm not looking for an investment, but I am looking for some connections. I'm going to introduce you to my business partners that are extremely successful. And once you see what I saw, if we want to partner together, great. And if not, no big deal. But I'm doing a private launch Monday evening at 7 p.m. Like there's multiple ways. So if you're doing a launch, you're inviting to a launch. If you haven't ran businesses before, and that's not normal for people to hear, don't invite them to a business launch, especially if they know you're not financially capable to go do that. So what you want to do is invite them to, even though it's your launch, you want to invite them to a private. Hey, I have something private set up. And I have only the availability to have a limited amount of people, and you're one of them I thought of. Hey, listen, I just, through a friend, connected with a founder of a company that's growing in 40 countries right now. And we have the ability to get started with it early. And they set up a private meeting for me, and I wanted to invite you. And if you're available, great. If not, I have to give your spot to someone else. But before I give it away, I wanted to offer it to you first. Well, what is it? Do you want 100% of the information or 10%? Well, 100%, great. That will be on tomorrow's Zoom. Okay, well, can you tell me more? I'm pressed for time right now. What I can tell you is, if you're going to take the slot that I have, great, or I have to give it to someone else and we can find another time for you. But I wanted you to be one of the first. Hey, listen, I know we're friends on Facebook, but we're really not friends. I was wondering if I could ask you a question. I see that you're still living in Toronto, Canada, Jerry. My company's in the process of expanding in the Toronto area, and I'm looking for someone that likes to travel, have fun, and work with people, do you know someone in the Toronto area that's open to being a part of a business that's growing, that could help us grow? And if you do, my company offers referral bonuses. So I'm sending you this message to see if you have any connections that could help our company grow. Thank you in advance. That's a Facebook message you could send somebody. I'm not asking if he's interested. I'm asking if he knows somebody. He may go, I'm interested. Do y'all understand? Like that's so these are different invites. I know we went a little longer today than planned. And I have another Zoom for Mexico that's starting right now. So hopefully these all helped you. And I just want you to know that I'm proud of you. Let's fill tomorrow's 2 Zooms. Let's fill Monday's Zoom. Let's all of you set up launches of your business. And for those y'all that hung on till the end, great job. Congratulations. And for the people that had to go, hopefully they get a chance to watch the rest of the recording. Sherry, anything you want to add before we wrap up? You're muted.
It was amazing. And thank you to everyone. And I look forward to seeing who decides to hustle and take the information they just used, who you just received, and use it to get people there tomorrow. So let's get you Club 6. Have a great afternoon, everyone. See you tomorrow.